Hey everybody, Pastor Frank coming to you live via a recorded message. It is Friday, right about lunchtime. Hope you had a good week. I've spent part of my week this week at training for the Board of Ordained Ministry for the Horizon Texas Conference. The last 2 days, I've been at First UMC in Hurst, Texas, for training. So that's been good. I wanted to stop by real quick to remind you about Sunday. We're going to have a little town hall meeting after worship. We're going to have it in the sanctuary immediately following worship. I don't anticipate it's going to be a very long meeting. It might be an hour. I don't think it'll go that long, but I'm not against that either. I'm not opposed to that. So we'll see what happens. But just kind of updating people on our financial situation and some other things. Just want to make sure that there's good communication lines open. But I also wanted to remind you that Sunday is the last day for our 16 Days of Encouragement series. Christy asked me on Sunday, she says, well, why is it 16 days? Why isn't it 30 days or whatever? It's because Laity Sunday is next week on the 23rd. So that's going to be its own deal. And then the 30th is the first Sunday of Advent, which is going to begin a whole new series for Advent. So that's why it's 16 days. I know it's awkward, but that's just kind of how the calendar fell. But the encouragement is meant to be, for us to be encouraged by the message that's in 2 Thessalonians that the apostle wrote to kind of build that church up and for us to receive that building up as well. But also for us to be an encouragement to our neighbors. And so we've had this food collection going on throughout these 16 days of encouragement. And we're gonna bless all of that during our mission moment on Sunday in worship. And so everything that has been piling up out in the hallway the last couple of weeks, I've moved into the sanctuary. It doesn't look very pretty right now, but by the time you get here on Sunday, it's going to look gorgeous. But I wanted to let you know, I was out here about an hour ago getting coffee, and I ran into Claudia, who is one of the preschool teachers and also works in the nursery. And Claudia mentioned to me that the families of the school have also been collecting stuff for this. Now, we included them in their newsletter about the thing. And I just assumed that whatever we were receiving out there in the hallway was also from preschool families, but I had no idea, how much of that came from Sunday church versus preschool families. What Claudia told me is all down the hallways outside the classrooms, they've been collecting diapers and food, whatever. I had no idea. And so I walked through, and there may be as much stuff through the school donated by families that there was out here. I had no idea, and I'm just blown away by that. So I'm going to be hauling all that stuff into the sanctuary as well, which means I'm going to be sweating. But forget that for now. What this shows us is that we're creating relationships there. That there are partnerships that are underneath the surface that can bear fruit with just a little bit of fertilization and encouragement to participate in something that's going to be a blessing to the community. So I just want to name that as a celebration that we've been successful just in this little tiny effort in reaching those families and giving them an opportunity to serve. And I also want to say something else Claudia told me, is that when we had our fantastic trunk or treat here, that she encountered several families who live in the apartments behind the church, right there across Peyton Drive, who were asking, can we come? Can we come to trunk or treat? They're immigrant families. Can we come? And she's like, absolutely, you can come. Absolutely, you can come. And you can come to this. You can come on Sunday morning. Absolutely, we want you to come. We want you to come. And she told me that she heard from those families, well, is it going to be safe? because of the things that ICE is doing. And I mentioned this in worship a few weeks ago, that what ICE is doing in immigrant communities is impacting our church's witness. It is. That's not political. That's total fact. And these families have been afraid to leave their homes. Is this going to be safe for us? Yes, it's safe. So I just want to say, I want to name that again as fruit that we are seeing growing because of our faithfulness to our community. We've been determined to make connections with our neighbors and to bless them. And so I want to name that and affirm that again. Like, just as what we're doing, we're reaching families in the preschool, giving them an opportunity to serve, reaching families across the street who, despite their fear, were able to find a safe place because otherwise their kids weren't going to be trick-or-treating this year. And just want to name that as thank you, Spring Valley, for being the kind of place that creates new opportunities to connect people to the love of God in ways that are unexpected and not just, here in worship on Sunday morning. So thanks for being that kind of place. Hospitality and welcome for all people. That's awesome. All right, that's it for now. I'll see you on Sunday for worship, blessing of the food and whatever else we've got gathered up there, and the town hall after worship. I'll see you then. Bye for now.